Happiness Techniques. A Journey to Inner Peace. Allah al-Jundi.
Chapter 1. Releasing Practices. Practice 1. Observation. Practice 2. Writing. Practice 3. Letting go. Dedicate a notebook titled, Who Am I? Write in it everything that crosses your mind each day in your life, for this is a question with no psychological or mental answer. It is a realization of spiritual truth. Who am I is a contemplative sentence revealing the essence of life and existence. Through this practice, you empty your vessel. If you are full, how can you truly hear, see, perceive, or learn? Otherwise, one becomes like many, quick to judge people and events, rejecting others, resisting all that does not align with what is believed to be right. At this point, a question may arise. How true are the beliefs that we carry? In this chapter, you will learn how to empty the vessel.
Have you heard the full cup seeker? A seeker traveled for years in search of the master, enduring the hardships of travel until he finally arrived. The master made him wait for several hours, and a feeling of unrest began to rise within him. Then the master appeared, smiling gently, and asked, "Would you like some tea?" The seeker, with a tense face, replied, "Yes." The master brought the tea and began pouring into a full cup. The tea overflowed onto the table. He kept pouring until it spilled onto the floor. Surprised, the seeker said, "What are you doing?" The master replied calmly, "I am pouring tea." Practice 1. Observation. Allow yourself to release the thoughts and emotions that cause your unease. The first step is focused attention.
What are thoughts? What are passing impressions? How do emotions arise? How can you be free from their influence? What is the mind? What is the body? Thoughts keep rising, and the body holds the feeling. Do you create these thoughts, or are they subtle forms shaped by fear and imagination? What is the origin of thoughts, and why do they seem to control you, make you worried, keep you tense? Do you listen to your inner dialogue? Who is speaking within? Is it your mother, your father, a friend, a lover, a passing voice? It may not have been yours, yet the influence remained. Ask yourself again and again, who is using your voice? Who is speaking behind your words?
Listen to your own words. Recognize the inner voice and sense where it comes from. Notice how you react to whatever appears, to whomever you meet, to all that unfolds. Simply observing may gently open the way to a wiser response. The realization of thoughts and feelings. An idea is energy, and you are the space that allows it to unfold. In your presence, life energy expands, revealing what was unseen. A symphony of the soul is played by a musician. A masterpiece is shaped from nothingness by the hand of an artist. So too, through you. What is formless begins to take form. Thought, word, emotion, and action emerge as extensions of your presence, becoming shape, color, and living fragrance. And so, who walks with you on this inward path? Those you call companions are mirrors of your awareness. Notice, do they align you with your center or pull you away from your clarity? For it is your intentions that adorn your robe, and your actions that leave their scent in every step you take. Blessed is the one, the best of creators. When a thought is joined by a feeling, it settles within you and remains until you become aware of it and allow it to leave. The cause of suffering is not what life brings, but how one meets it. Everything in your life is seeking your attention, longing for your presence. You must come to know, why are you here? Why is your life your life?
As silence reveals why you are, ultimate ecstasy unfolds in stillness. Life itself is, and in this quiet knowing you find yourself simply at ease, eyes gently closing, smiling at peace, the heart softens and opens. You dissolve into the melody of now, harmonizing with beauty, attuning to gentle signs that drift by. Love rests in you and flows outward to all that pass. Out of this spacious emptiness, compassion expands. You listen in silence, and life itself begins to speak through your presence. The essence of your existence flowers in stillness, its fragrance moving freely, its radiance shining all around. Its pulse vibrates with life. Its nature is pure love, flowing, effortless, radiant as a lantern in the dark. You are the eternal stillness that holds all things. You are the unseen treasure, a crystal clear pearl. When all illusion fades, absolute peace remains. Perhaps now you begin to see your thoughts are not your thoughts. They rise and fade within awareness, shaped by conditioning, upbringing, and the journey you've walked, starting in childhood, continuing to this day. And so, the seeing deepens. Out of the grip of thoughts and the dominance of emotions, a shift in awareness reveals a dissolving where identity loosens and presence remains. You begin to return home, to live in peace. Simply being aware of thoughts as they drift across the mind and the emotions that arise within the body allows their gentle release without identification. Noticing is the key to aware consciousness, for without observation, reactivity takes hold. Notice thinking, doing, and the space between, where thought becomes action, unburdened by memory and time, not speaking, doing, or feeling without seeing its subtle root. You either live in awareness or drift away from it. Still, you remain the one observing yourself.
The question is the answer. A father and his son sit together in the city park. A small bird lands nearby. The father points at the bird, his hand trembling slightly, and asks, "What is this?" The son exhales, his voice tight. "You've already asked me this 7 times. It's a bird." "A bird, father? Why do you keep asking the same question? Don't you understand?" The father smiles. His voice is gentle and calm. "When you were 3, my son, we used to sit here, in this very same place. Each time a bird passed by, you asked me, what is this? And every time I answered, it's a bird. You asked me 70 times that day, and each time I embraced you with love. Be gentle."
Reflect in your notebook. Do you move as a direct reaction to life's waves? Are you present within your actions as they unfold? When someone offers conflict, do you receive it or remain still? Do you allow others to stir the waters of your emotions? Do passing images and sounds pull you into desires not your own? Before shopping, do you reflect on what is truly needed? When your child stumbles, do you walk the old path of your upbringing? Do sharp words rise from your mouth, only to dissolve in regret? Do you treat others with respect or with sarcasm and pride? Are you free from needing to know what others hide? Do you uncover others' faults when you see them? In conversation, do you enter a shared space of listening or a silent battle of rightness where no one hears? Are you always advising? When another speaks, do you listen? What do you see first when you meet someone? Have you noticed your own pattern, your way of speaking, walking, thinking, the way you respond, relate, express, and live? If you were to name your temperament in a single word, what would arise? When you meet yourself within, do you praise or blame? Do you embrace or resist? Do you face yourself with presence or punish yourself in silence? Do you define yourself by the shape of your life? Do you take your worth from the role you play? Are your actions conscious or echoes of memory? Do you pause to reflect on your path? Do you cross lines for personal gain? Do you play the role of the victim? Do you see what you already have? Life itself is the value. Can you simply embrace it? Can you step out of the whirlpool of thought? Are you carried by emotion? Do you hear the voices within and choose your own?
A little girl once watched her mother cooking fish. As always, the mother cut off the head and tail before placing it in the pan. Curious, the girl asked, "Why do you cut the fish like that?" The mother paused. She had never really thought about it. So she asked her own mother. The grandmother smiled and said, "The pan I used to have was too small. That's why I cut it." How about you? Life goes on, and joy fills her voice as she tells her daughter about the day she got married. The little girl's eyes sparkle. She asks, "Where was I?" The mother pauses. She does not answer. Nor do I. The child is certain of her being, but she does not know where she was. Her mother believes she wasn't there because she hadn't been born. But I know, as she is, she was. Just not here, not on this earth. Wisdom reveals itself through the pure. Their questions uncover layers we have never touched, inviting a quiet, listening to what we simply do not know. Every question holds its answer. When you're ready to listen, realize, and receive.
It is present. Everything speaks of what seems to be. Be aware.
Practice 2. Writing.
Prepare a pen to open a page in your book. Are you listening to the inner dialogues, Who is using your voice? Title the page, Just a Thought. You may create a table with 4 columns. Number, thought, story, insight. You are now about to sit in a tender moment of self-revealing. You sit with colleagues, friends, children, family, neighbors, with television voices, passing scenes, and glowing screens. Perhaps there are thousands waiting for your next appearance. But how often have you truly sat with yourself?
When truth stands without a veil, can you remain still?
Give a title to the table. I have the idea that I am. And release all your thoughts without thinking. No filtering, no limits or restrictions. No right or wrong. Just release. You may begin to hear voices that once surrounded you. Some soft, some harsh. Voices that left wounds, traces that settled deep inside. They still speak, using your voice, shaping how you see yourself. You've carried their weight without noticing. Let it go.
What fills the mind is not what you are, not the name that echoes, not the form that changes, not the story retold. None of these is you. Empty the vessel. A human is essence and appearance, the hidden and the seen. When the physical is transcended, the self reveals itself. Purification unfolds. True nature is realized. Peace becomes home.
I am you. Talks. The talk continues, quietly, beneath the words you read in the book.
In solitude, you rest in what you are. The soul dissolves in quiet presence.
A whisper within wonders. How can I be with the self if I already am the self? How do I settle in? Am I what I call the soul?
You carry the shape of a separate self, woven from the legacy of identity, a reflection of patterns and perception, a fading shadow. You are in the stillness of your essence, what remains when truth reveals itself and the ego dissolves. This is true freedom, to be no one, held by nothing.
The falling away of the egoic self, what remains beyond, resting in ease with its release.
Know this dwelling is a home of passing or staying. Either you softly rise beyond yourself and remain, or gently sink into yourself and fade away.
Now I know this isn't meant to be understood.
Breathe. Let the breath return you to where knowing is not needed.
Exercise, the mirror of being. Look into a mirror. Gaze softly, in quiet wonder, not seeking an answer, not holding a question. Am I you? Some thought patterns may return uninvited. Let them pass like ripples, gently. Who is here before the thought appears? A mind-shaped sense of self brings the subtle weight of holding on. A quiet sadness for what was, a tender fear of what may come. Rest. Within the space between thoughts, contentment rises and unconditioned love softly reveals itself. The mind is with you, not against you, a companion when you allow peace to unfold. Only a quiet seeing is needed to meet in stillness, Truth is not found by the mind, but revealed in its silence. Likewise, your body is a vessel to walk through this world, to explore its forms, and to expand in awareness through the eternal unfolding. Life itself, with all that unfolds, amid situations, stories, people, places, and passing events, invites your awakening. You are the dreamer in a dream. Wake up.
Make it a daily practice to look into the mirror and ask, "Who am I?" Do not answer.
Just listen. Conscious awareness is a transcendence, beyond thoughts and feelings. To live fully is to rest in stillness, to breathe the light of this moment, and to realize the truth of the self. Start with one step. The way appears, showing itself, as spacious as the breaths of creation. Paths vary. Follow your own to reveal what is.
Writing exercise to release thoughts and emotions. Gently prepare yourself. We are entering a space of inner release. Take a blank page, hold your pen with ease, allow the breath to settle. Let's begin. Write without attachment. Let honesty flow, unfiltered, gentle, just truth. Let thoughts arise as they are without engagement, without interference. Write whatever appears. Let shame pass through. Let judgment dissolve. You are resting in quiet listening to the voice of the mind, to the whispers of the body, and you are simply releasing. Listen with ease. Write without restriction. Take your time. Pause if needed. Let each word arrive, even those that feel tender. When ready, return with gentleness. When you finish, read again slowly, not as the thinker, but as the silent witness. For each thought, gently reframe it. I have a thought that I... Complete the sentence. Let each thought be seen. Let each voice be heard, one by one, without resistance. You are not the thought. You are the space in which it appears. Begin a new list, a gentle inquiry into each thought. You have written the thought. Sit with it and ask softly, what is the story behind this thought? Let the memory come. Perhaps it is from the past. Perhaps it is not even yours. Maybe it came from a screen, a voice, a passing moment. Write the story just as it reveals itself. Take your time. In contemplation, healing expands. With quiet presence, look at the thought in its roots. Let your inner clarity ask, what quiet teaching flows beneath this form? Suppose the thought is, I am a failure. What echoes rise within you? Projects undone, relationships that faded, dreams unmet. Write what comes with compassion. Pause, return to stillness. Write and let it be seen by the quiet within. Listen to your inner voice. With awareness, ask what is revealed. Write the insight, not to change what is, but to let go, as it gently lights the way in and out. For example, my relationship with my wife faded. Perhaps I asked for more than she could offer. Perhaps I didn't meet her as she met me. I didn't listen. I longed for my needs, but forgot to ask what her heart needed too. Write what quietly lives beneath the surface, what you truly feel, what you now see. Then, with tenderness, write possible ways forward, not to fix, but to grow. For example, to listen more than I speak, to ask what the other needs before I ask for myself. Let the words flow. You are learning to walk with yourself in kindness. Sit with yourself softly each day, even for a few breaths, and let go of the thoughts that cloud your awareness, that pull you from the stillness of your heart and the peace already resting in your soul.
This exercise is simple. Witness the rising of thoughts and feelings. Let life teach without effort. Return empty, and the peace within will reveal itself.
Note, you may resist, distraction may come, or fear may rise. As you touch what rests deep within, there may be pain, old imprints still carried in your human form. To revisit them is to feel again, but through presence, you will find the strength to let healing unfold.
Blame no one, not your mind, not your body, not the past, not the now, not family, society, or fate. Judge nothing, no one, not even yourself. The one who can help you rise is you. We are only here to point to a direction, to offer a gentle step, a quiet light along the path. So, are you ready to walk? Thoughts and emotions, if not released, become a heavy fog. That veils your sight from clarity and the sun's gentle light. But you are the sky, vast and untouched. Thoughts and feelings are only drifting clouds. Do not follow the clouds. Rest in the sky, the self revealed in the light of silence. To live a conscious journey, rise beyond the mind.
Aware consciousness.
You are a soul, moving in awareness, resting in consciousness, carrying the spark of presence, passing from one realm to another in quiet search for what is true. Awareness matures as it moves through the subtle levels of being, releasing the grip of suffering, moving beyond the longing for fleeting happiness, and rising into insight and quiet understanding. Until truth is no longer sought, but simply seen. All belongs to the eternal, and to the eternal it returns.
Only the eternal now remains.
And when this is realized, you become empty, like a hollow flute through which life plays its song. Life is rhythm, melody, and still movement.
Do you harmonize with the music of existence? You are.
Accept yourself. Clear it as you rise, and you shall realize this is certain. Sit with yourself. Speak softly within. Listen, be still, and the way opens. Meditate each day. Let the minutes reflect your years. Commit to silence at a chosen time, until the stillness opens and the now begins to breathe through you. But first, empty your vessel. Only in emptiness can truth be received. Let thoughts dissolve. Let yourself be seen. What hides the real can also lead to it. That is the nature of yourself. You cannot cling to illusion and embrace truth. The heart chooses. It knows the one. Its love remembers. You vanish, and yet you remain. Form fades, and what is real is formless. No awareness, no entrance. The key is love. Be love, and peace follows.